In life, nothing lasts forever. The struggles you face today will eventually become the past, and the worries you carry will fade away. So, step forward with optimism and a positive mindset, and you'll find everything becomes much easier. As the ancients once said, a precious gem, even if buried deep beneath the earth, cannot hide its radiant glow. A true pearl, no matter how far it sinks into the depths of water, will still shine with its natural brilliance. Likewise, truly talented individuals possess qualities that make them stand out. There are three key characteristics that define such people. If you are fortunate enough to encounter them, don't hesitate to build meaningful connections and learn from them. Don't forget to subscribe to discover more fascinating and meaningful insights about life. First, be strict with yourself, yet forgiving toward others. Wang Yangming once said, "To live true to yourself, you must first master self-discipline. Only by mastering yourself can you truly become yourself." In life, many things are achieved because we're driven to accomplish them, even if initially it feels forced. It's only natural that one's highest potential depends on their self-imposed standards. Those with real capability hold themselves to high standards and rigorously follow through. Confucius also said, "A noble person demands much from themselves, while a lesser person demands from others." This means that noble-minded people set expectations for themselves, working to improve their own virtues, while others tend to expect everyone else to follow their lead. When conflicts arise, the noble person examines their own role, whereas others blame those around them. Have you noticed people like this in your own life? They can list every flaw in others and chat about it endlessly. But when it comes to their own actions, they're careless, making mistakes without concern, and even hiding them at times. If you've noticed this, you're not alone. So how do people with wisdom, those destined for great things, act? They hold themselves accountable, forgiving themselves and others. If a person can look inward to examine their own mistakes and embrace their flaws, they learn to forgive both themselves and others. This raises not only their own character but can inspire and positively influence those around them. Once, Confucius student Zigong asked, "Master, is there a single principle that could guide a person's whole life?" Confucius answered, "It is forgiveness." Another student, Yin Hui, once said, "When others treat me well, I repay it. When they don't, I still treat them well." This is the noble way of life. You know, there are people who always think they're in the right while others are wrong. In any conflict, they place blame on others, as if they're surrounded by adversaries. This attitude tends to build resentment, creating negative karma and animosity. When someone cannot extend forgiveness and understanding, it becomes difficult for others to do the same toward them. Second, stay humble and modest. There's an interesting dynamic in life. People who struggle financially worry about others noticing, while the wealthy worry that people will envy them. Those with true talent often avoid being praised too highly, and those without it fear others will look down on them. As written in the work Tai Gon Tan, those who prefer simplicity tend to be skeptical of showiness, while those with self-discipline often resent people who live recklessly without boundaries. Noble people stay humble, focusing on what needs to be done without flaunting their abilities. Generally, the more someone seeks attention, the less capable they are, and those with true ability stay low-key, like a mountain that stands quietly or a river that flows steadily. In life, the real fear isn't lacking talent, it's thinking too highly of your talent. Those who constantly brag about themselves often attract attention, but rarely respect. At the end of the Warring States period, the king of Zhao chose Zhao Kuo as general because Zhao was always boasting about his military knowledge. Unfortunately, 400,000 troops were defeated by the Qin general Bai Qi, giving rise to the proverb, "talking strategy on paper." Similarly, in the Three Kingdoms period, Zhuge Liang appointed Ma Su, a man who frequently praised his own military expertise, only to see Ma suffer a humiliating defeat in the Battle of Jieting, ultimately losing his life. True ability is best revealed through action rather than words, even in silence. Those around you will sense your strength. Wise people always remain humble, and kind people remain tolerant. Throughout history, Those with real skill have never felt the need to boast. They live with grace, consideration, and understanding. Third, stay calm amid the storm. When faced with sudden challenges, are you able to face them calmly? No matter how difficult the circumstances, I hope you can maintain inner peace and calm. Calmness is an essential, positive way to approach life. A calm person is often seen as successful, courteous, and poised. Life brings its share of ups and downs, and remaining calm is one of the most valuable attitudes for staying in control. People who live with calmness are highly rational. They don't panic, rush, or become flustered. When confronted with unexpected situations, they carefully weigh the pros and cons before making decisions, always maintaining control over their actions. A writer once said, "Imagine yourself as a camel crossing the desert. Despite the harsh heat, it moves forward steadily and calmly, with the sands around it sparkling in the sunlight." Living calmly allows you to experience life more deeply and better face its harshest challenges. On the flip side, losing your calm has the opposite effect. It breeds negativity, makes people irritable, and leads to impulsive actions. Long-term stress can take a toll on both mental and physical health. Studies show that music can help calm a tense person, reducing stress hormones and aiding in quicker recovery of the nervous system. Likewise, daily meditation is not only an excellent way to remain calm, but also a powerful medicine for overall health. Its benefits extend to both body and mind. Finally, those who embody integrity hold a noble spirit and inner strength. Mencius believed that a person with moral integrity would remain calm and undisturbed even in the face of temptation or threat, achieving a higher state of mind. When wealth doesn't disturb one's spirit, poverty doesn't diminish one's virtue, and power doesn't bend one's will, this is true integrity. The Southern Song Chancellor, Wen Tianxiang, wrote in the Song of Integrity that integrity is like the mountains and rivers, strong and majestic, and the sun and moon, radiant and eternal. On earth, integrity is seen in a generous and upright spirit, reflecting a principled and selfless mindset. History is filled with people who embody the natural integrity of heaven and earth. From the fierce courage of Xiang Yu, the steadfast loyalty of Guan Yu, the patriotic spirit of Yu Fei, to the nonconformity of Li Bai, all represent the essence of integrity. If someone lacks faith and conviction, they will never achieve the strength to be impartial or attain a truly elevated spirit. As we journey through life, everyone should practice self-reflection, continuously expanding their character and inner capacity. In this way, one can always feel integrity within. It is the path of true wisdom. No matter where you are, all personal relationships are expressed through words. Yet, no matter who you're speaking to, it's essential to choose your words carefully. Carefulness in communication means knowing boundaries, avoiding overindulgence, and being aware that offending others too often can worsen your own fortune. In our complex, modern society, social circles overlap. You might know person A, who knows person B, who knows person C, and so on. So a single comment can easily spread far and wide. Just as you should think carefully before acting, it's equally wise to measure your words. Don't speak recklessly, or you may find yourself dealing with troubles you never anticipated. Especially when it comes to personal secrets, it's often best to keep them to yourself. Wise people refrain from probing into others' secrets, and if they do hear something confidential, they let it go, often forgetting they heard it in the first place. Intelligent people know how to communicate wisely, talking less about themselves and focusing more on others. With anyone, anywhere, there are 3 topics best left unspoken if you want to maintain good fortune. First, speak and act with care, and focus on others. People who know how to hide their sharpness are the ones who can maintain a quiet, modest presence. No matter how others talk about them, they don't need to stand out, nor crave applause, and certainly don't feel the need to be widely known. They let their actions speak for themselves. Meanwhile, those who constantly flaunt their accomplishments tend to lose the respect of others. Even those who dislike you might secretly undermine you. Speaking modestly, without showing off, and respecting others leaves space for better connections and relationships. Practicing humility means being gentle, regardless of your education, talent, influence, or social reach. In dealing with people, handle things thoroughly, act with caution, and approach situations with humility. This way, you'll naturally build relationships that positively impact your fortunes. Second, don't spread your secrets. It's often said that the hardest thing to predict is the human heart. Sometimes, you might say something carelessly, only to have the listener take it to heart. Not everyone can keep a secret, so when you share your private matters, you risk giving others a hold over you. Everyone has things they prefer to keep to themselves. This is your final boundary in society. Not sharing your secrets is, in fact, a form of responsibility to yourself. What you consider a private matter might be viewed as gossip by someone else, a joke to spread around. It's not that you can't trust people, but in our chaotic world, your best friend today may change tomorrow, and they may choose to talk about your weaknesses rather than your strengths. When it comes to dealing with others, leave yourself some room to retreat. Don't reveal all your secrets to everyone you meet. After all, if you can't keep your own secrets, how can you expect others to? While things are harmonious, there's no issue. But if things go sour, it's as if you handed the other person a weapon that they can use against you at any moment. Those who keep their secrets often find themselves luckier because when only one person knows something, it's safe. But once two people know, it quickly spreads to a third, a fourth, and so on. At that point, it's no longer a secret. So, remember, guard your own words carefully. Third, don't share your troubles with just anyone. Being born is easy, living is easy, but staying alive, that's no easy task. Life isn't smooth for anyone, with storms followed by rain, then more storms. You may be full of grievances, sorrow, and pain, but wherever you fall, you have to pick yourself up. There's no place to scream, and no time to pause. Bear your suffering and heal your wounds. If you're able to push through, don't make it anyone else's burden, because no one else can carry it for you. Everyone faces their own battles, and sharing your troubles only wastes their time. This world is indifferent, with warmth and coldness felt only by you. In this world, only a handful of people genuinely care about you. Complaining to everyone you meet is like treating them as your personal dumpster. They may laugh at you or tire of you. How many will truly understand? This vast world, with its many complexities and complicated hearts, is full of difficult people and difficult situations. Some people we simply don't need to measure ourselves against, and some situations don't deserve our attention. Think a little less, let go a little more, and you'll find a life that's more at ease and free from bitterness. The troubles and pains you carry don't matter much to others. When you speak truthfully and act with sincerity, you carry positive energy, attracting respect and good fortune. Wise people avoid speaking nonsense or making reckless statements, carefully choosing every word they speak. There will come a time when you realize that your grievances are yours to resolve, and your secrets needn't be shared. Approach life with humility and handle your work modestly. This is what truly matters. Speaking too much often creates more trouble. Over-explaining only complicates things. You can't control what others will say, and even your closest friends have friends of their own. Imagine that moment when you're about to say goodbye to this world. What will you regret the most? Many people, sadly, carry their regrets to the other side. Picture a person facing their last breath, looking back over their life with tears in their eyes. How much they must suffer, realizing they've never lived a life of true value or meaning. And now, as death approaches, everything turns to shadows and illusion. Here are the 8 greatest regrets in life. Listen carefully, for knowing them can help you treasure your life more. 1. I wish I hadn't spent so much time on work. Throughout our lives, people chase success, careers, and achievements. Everyone wants a bit more comfort, a little more money, something saved for old age, or perhaps something to leave to the next generation. But the truth is, a steady career and financial stability don't guarantee a fulfilling life. People devote their entire lives to career goals, experiencing every high and low along the way, until they're worn out from the competition. Once they've finally achieved it all, they find only emptiness, Fame and fortune don't last, and their bodies and souls are worn down, with no moments of true peace. In the end, they pass away, leaving behind nothing but empty hands. Fame vanishes. Wealth can't be taken to the grave. 2. I wish I had spent more time with my family. You know, many people get so caught up in the pursuit of success and career goals that they forget about the relationships around them, even their beloved family. Parents often think they can make up for lost time with their children by providing them with material things. But they're mistaken. What children need is love and care, something money can never buy. Many billionaires on their deathbeds have realized they sacrificed far too much family time for the sake of material wealth and empty luxury. Not spending enough time with the people you love is one of the biggest regrets you can carry in life. 3. I wish I had said, "I love you" more often. Life is short, and it often feels like there's just not enough time to love someone fully. Sometimes, you don't even get the chance to say the words, "I love you." Facing the end, with all its finality, brings a flood of emotions, and you realize just how many precious moments you missed. Did you get the chance to say, "I love you" to your parents, who endured so much for you? Did you get the chance to say, "I love you" or "thank you" to your partner or closest friend? 4. I wish I had thanked others more often. Gratitude is a true virtue. Saying thank you shows respect not only for others, but also for yourself. Living without appreciation is a tragedy and the very definition of a self-centered life. 5. I wish I had let myself enjoy happiness more. Life brings plenty of sorrow, but only rare moments of joy. From the day we're born, we greet the world with cries. Some people spend their whole lives struggling and carrying heavy burdens. It's only at the end that they realize life was so bitter and empty. But life isn't actually empty. It's always a mix of joys and sorrows. The tragedy comes from focusing only on the hardships and ignoring the beauty, joy, and happiness along the way. Life is like a journey. If all you see is dust, heat, and exhaustion, and miss the flowers blooming along the path, isn't that truly tragic? 6. I wish I hadn't worried so much about what others thought of me. Everyone has a life to live and work to do. Each person has their own responsibilities. If you spend too much time worrying about what others think, you'll end up lost, like a moth drawn to a flame, without any direction. In truth, others' opinions are just fleeting words. They can't shape your life or bring you happiness. Only when you stop worrying about how others see you can you truly live a life that's your own, not one shaped to please others. 7. I wish I hadn't loved myself so much. Self-centeredness leads to tragedy. When you see yourself as the center of the universe, you lose sight of everyone else, and all you can see in others are their flaws and shortcomings. The world looks bleak and hopeless. This attitude also breeds jealousy. When you see yourself as superior, you'll never be satisfied with anyone else, always resenting others' success. Over time, this jealousy becomes a toxic poison, corrupting your heart and robbing you of peace. 8. I wish I had helped others more. Helping others can make our lives so much more fulfilling. Sometimes, helping others is a way of bringing blessings to ourselves. When you plant a good seed, you'll reap good fruit. It's that simple. The old saying goes, accumulating wealth is nothing compared to accumulating blessings. What we should all be saving up is goodwill and blessings. With these, wherever you go, you'll have food to eat, and whatever you do, you'll find success. There's a story from the ancient Persian kingdom during the time of Buddha. The Persian king had a daughter named Princess Tianquang, who was beautiful, graceful, and beloved by the people. The king, proud of his daughter, said arrogantly, "The people love you because of me. They're king." But Princess Tianquang replied, "Father, the people's love is due to my own merits and blessings, not because of you." The king asked her the same question 3 times, and each time she gave the same answer. Furious, the king married her off to a poor farmer, saying, "Let's see if you thrive because of your own efforts or because of me." After the marriage, the couple worked hard together, and within a few years, they became wealthy. The king was astonished and asked Buddha for guidance. Buddha explained, in her past life, Princess Tian Kuang selflessly provided food for monks. Her husband then often objected, but she would say, "I have pledged to support monks, and you shouldn't stop me." In the end, he agreed. Because of her kindness, she was blessed with prosperity in this life. Her husband's resistance, however, led him to be born into poverty, but his eventual support in their past life allowed him to share her good fortune now. With this, the king finally understood. People blessed with good karma naturally bring wealth and good fortune into their families, even when they marry into poverty. This is the power of karma. While wealthy parents may pass down their blessings to their children, if the children lack their own good karma, they can quickly squander their inheritance. This is why it's important for everyone to build their own karma. For someone with good karma, success comes easier. Without it, even small tasks are challenging, and basic needs may go unmet. The achievements of any person rely on both wisdom and karma. But if a person has wisdom without good karma, even their business ventures may struggle. In ancient times, people would say that karma comes first in business, and wisdom comes second. In ancient China, there was a wise general named Famlai under King Ka Tian. Each time Famlai succeeded in business, he donated his wealth to the poor, only to start again from scratch and become prosperous once more. After repeating this 3 times, he was revered by the Chinese as a god of wealth. This practice gave rise to the saying, "If future generations are destined for success, wealth will come on its own. If they aren't, leaving money will only corrupt them. Instead, leave them the legacy of karma and virtue." This lesson, this wisdom, was intended to guide future generations. That brings us to the end of today's program. Wishing you and your loved ones peace and happiness. I hope this video has provided you with valuable insights and fresh perspectives. If you found the message meaningful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it to spread positivity to others. Goodbye for now, and see you in the next video.